We've made it, Ontario. It's week number 5 and the final performance on Jay Littleton's stage of Ontario's Battle of the Bands. Each band has given you 4 incredible performances. This is their final song. I know you're sad, just like I am. I felt like I was just getting to know them, and now it's all over. But here they are. Porcelain Hill, David Nava Band, The Dreamscape, The Fallen Electric, and The Monks. The bands that are now like family to you, performing their final song on Ontario's Battle of the Bands.
Welcome back, fellow rockers. This is it, the Battle of the Bands grand finale. And voting has been close throughout this season, but after today's final episode, your votes will determine which local band will take home the big prize. $500 in cash, cha-ching! A spot in next year's summer concert series, and 1 full-length performance video. But our other 4 participants won't go home empty-handed. They'll each be awarded cash prizes for their respective finishes. So remember, this is it. 1 more song and your last chance to vote for a winner. For any musician, each break can be critical on the journey. So for our 5 bands, what would winning the 2020 Battle of the Bands truly mean?
I don't know how to say that. How does it feel to win something like this? It'd be cool.
I gotta say that I've never been a part of a Battle of the Bands, so I'm the 16-year-old inside of me is just jumping for joy right now. I'm just yeah, finally.
We could care less about money or having people know us.
But in the end, I think we're gonna win, man.
Yeah, sure, man.
We're gonna win. If we win Battle of the Bands, we'll solve world peace.
If we win, we get some cash in the city, right?
I've never won it, but I don't even want to raffle.
Build ourselves a little practice hut in the garage so we don't disturb the neighbors.
This opportunity was
There's
more than enough.
There's an opportunity to get our music out there, and that's really all I want.
Darnell from Porcelain Hill came into my store yesterday, and he came in and he came to my register and he said, "Hey David, can I see your hands?" And I was like, "What's up?" And he went and punched them. And I was like, "What was that for?" He's like, "I can't have you guys winning."
Oh, yeah, that's a plus too. It'll be pretty tight to win.
So it's competitive, man.
It is, in a good way, in a good, violent way. It's competitive.
And we're just gonna keep going gung ho with our music and see where it takes us.
I think it would mean a lot to us because granted, we've never been really in a battle of bands before. So
that'd be a feather in our cap.
That would be definitely something. That would be definitely a surprise.
People vote on this, and it's online. And just feeling that kind of love, that would just speechless. Anytime someone goes out of the way to support you, especially for music, it's hard to get people to really believe in you and what you do musically.
Especially competing with other bands too. There's a lot of good bands out
Yeah.
there.
Yes.
So it's not it's not an easy thing.
So if we were to win this, because people were voting for us, because they liked our music and what we did and what we were about, and they believed in it, that's everything. That's what we're here to do.
The only thing we do is plan our best and just hope for the best.
Go out and have fun too.
Yeah, go out. That's what it's all about. Sharing music, go out and have fun.
But, we're here to touch people and move people and hopefully get people together. So if we can do that, that's cheesecake on a Sunday, or carrot cake, or whatever cake you like.
Carrot cake, good.
Carrot cake works. Carrot cake on a Sunday.
This is Ontario's Battle of the Bands.
These 4 are the veterans of our competition, with more than a dozen years together, and their sound is heavily influenced by 90s alt-rock. But now they're bringing that grunge-fueled style into the 2020s with awesome songs that come from the heart.
We have it's an alternative rock. We have our own style. We have a 90s style mixed with our own kind of edge to it, I'd say. It's
for the most part, I would say, I don't know about you, Drew, but we're all around the same age, Richie, Jimmy, and myself.
Right.
We grew up listening to a lot of 90s stuff, Foo Fighters, Nirvana, Pearl Jam.
Right.
Rage Against the Machine, all that good stuff. So Drew, I mean, you just like that stuff.
I like it, but there was a time where I had first came and started working with Jimmy. I had no idea. Like, I knew one song by Foo Fighters, and I listened to a lot of like drum and bass and a little bit of metal and stuff like that. So I bring a little bit of that flavor to the sound.
Listen.
That would be listen. Yeah.
I think that's the first song that we wrote with Richie. In the band. It's an awesome song that we all kind of came up with together accidentally. I think the music came before the lyrics did for sure.
It did. Yeah.
And then you wrote around that, and then of course it's an uplifting kind of song where it's just all positivity. Listen to yourself, listen to your heart. You know, don't listen to all the negativity out there.
It was one of those songs that when it was supposed to I didn't even think it was gonna be ever like singing like that in a between a music video for it or anything. I just literally started that riff and I didn't know it was gonna be in it until it just kind of did.
All this time I never believed
is a band that has evolved in its 5 years together. Starting off as a ska project that has transformed into a blend of several genres, including metal and punk. But wherever this trio is drawing inspiration from, you know they'll put their own personal flair on it.
I think the sound is first and foremost aggressive in your face. There's a strong lineage of punk in this band from a sonic standpoint, from a philosophical standpoint. Also, in having things be free, having things be intense, having things be meaningful, and then more genre style. Just blending rock, punk, some psychedelic elements as well, all wrapped up in lyrics that try to give some sort of respite from the struggle that a lot of us face from day to day.
Play what you feel, play what sounds good. We're not constricted to one solitary genre. We just want to play music that's it's good and fun.
Ditto.
Yeah, Dido too.
Track 5 is IMS. I would say that's the song that kind of brought us, kind of what spearheaded the initial project.
I was just fiddling around with the guitar, and Mr. Caesar has a tendency of paying attention to us when we're just warming up, and he's like, "Oh, what's that?" And somehow warm-ups become songs, and that's how that one came to be. I was just fiddling around.
These guys don't limit themselves to a single sound. David and the band pride themselves on being inspired by all kinds of music. And it's from that palette that they've created their own unique style.
A lot of it is just love songs, and that's what I grew up on. I grew up on the Beatles, I grew up on John Mayer, and a lot of that was mainly all love songs, and that's kind of where I started going from. As far as the sounds, it is a compilation of everything that I listen to. Anything from rap, jazz, rock, blues, R&B. and more specifically my sound, I don't think there's a specific genre I would put to it. I'm a multi-genre artist, and I think I'm gonna keep going that route. I think if anything, I'd say I'm a rock musician. I play guitar, bass, drums, vocals, and keys, but I'm mainly a guitarist. That's what I am. I don't consider myself a vocalist or a keyboardist or a bassist or anything like that. I'm first and foremost a guitarist, and that's thanks to rock music. Listen Up. Oh man, that's such a good song. that song I can listen to all day. It's my longest song. I try to stick to a pop formula where my songs are less than 3 minutes long. That one I kind of let it go to I think 5 minutes, but I'm happy I did. I think it's got a really cool vibe. It has that indie rock kind of sound. I hope everyone enjoys the heck out of this one.
our teen sensation, The Dreamscape, has evolved their sound in the short year they've been together. But through that time, their psychedelic surf rock and laid-back vibe has remained a constant.
We're always changing songs, we're always working. We have new songs that are on the way that haven't been released yet. But we have an album, our very first album coming out called Flower Fields, so that should be coming out very, very, very soon. And it's gonna blow your minds away, I promise you that.
I think besides the behind-the-scenes camaraderie between us, which I think is kind of special, I would say the sound and the genre. Again, I think not a lot of kids our age are making this kind of psychedelic beach music, and I think we're a little refreshing in that sense.
Yeah, it's on the simple, very, very simple chord progressions. Just then the bass, it just drives. The bass is very groovy in some of our songs, and then you hit you with songs that are like, they sound like Richie Valens, and then the next song would just be straight psychedelic, just 12-string, that jingle jangle is just, it's awesome. That 12-string and distortion, it's just, sounds really, it's beautiful in a way.
That's Flower Fields.
That song is tight. I love that song. That song. So good. It's that one's a trip.
That one's a trip.
That one was tight. When we made it, me and him were.
There was a lot going on when we made
were
it.
Savagely raging that night. We sat down and we were just like, all right,
let's make the most mind-boggling psychedelic thing we can think of.
Surfy song that we could think of, and we thought of it, and it turned out first it was named Dreamscape. And then we're like, all right, this song's gonna be the Dreamscape, and we're gonna make an album off this entire song. And then we came back to it a year later, and it was our intro. And the pandemic came by, and I was just sitting in my room one day, and I was like, I want to put music. I want to put like lyrics to this. And I just started jamming it, and it took me maybe like 2 months to even put those very simple lyrics, but it tells a story.
It tells a story.
It tells such a story.
Lost in your mind.
These three friends have plenty of personality and energy, and that comes through in their music as we've seen over the first 4 weeks. Porcelain Hill's goal is to make you not just hear their music, but to feel it too.
So we're like a rock and roll blues power trio of just rock stuff, man. How would you guys describe that, right? You know?
That was actually perfectly right.
Yeah, like
old school rock with new school roll.
I think one of the things that makes us unique as a band is we're tenacious. You know, we're trying to bring you good music. We're trying to bring good vibes, positive vibes. We're trying to bring people together, and that's what we keep pushing. And you know, don't give up on a good thing. Keep going.
This song is Pretty Faces, Ugly Soul.
Pretty Faces, Ugly Soul it's a song like, you know, sometimes you have people who have a pretty outside, a pretty shell, but on the inside they're just not good. And, you know, it's kind of about not being that. You gotta listen to it and you'll feel it and you'll understand. Done. You got to know that you're not the only one. It's getting harder and harder all the time. Making it hard, girl, that's how you earn your dime. All they wanna know is how you gonna lay 'em down. But you in the right place. There's always room for another pretty face. Now you recite and remember, oh, so you never forget. Cause all they gonna remember, boy, ooh, is if you made them wear. All they wanna know is how you gonna lay 'em down.
That's it. That was the last performance. But there are still things to be excited about. Click the link below and cast your final vote for your favorite band. Then tune in next week for the live Battle of the Bands reveal. We will be live online with all the bands to announce the winner with an encore performance from our winning band. So go right now and cast your vote. Go. What are you still doing here? Go vote. I can't vote for you. Go on. Go.
This is it. Cast your final vote and then tune in next week here, where we'll announce this year's winner.